Live. Let's see. Is this working? Waiting for booze dancing. Hang on. Is it going in? Are we live?
It says we're live. I got a camera counting up.
Okay. Yeah, we're on. Look at that.
We are on.
Look at that. Let me mute this. All right. Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
All right. Cool. Howdy, gents.
Hey.
What's up, West Coast?
How is
Good
the
evening.
East Coast doing?
We're doing.
We are live on Saturday night.
Yeah, look at that. And you know what? I don't really like Saturday Night Live, but I like this kind of live. This is
my kind of live.
This is my kind of speed. So we got 3 knuckleheads.
We get this.
And we got not 1, not 2, not 3, but
Quattro?
4
Quattro.
whiskeys from Single Cask
Si,
Nation.
quattro.
And not whiskeys with a 4, whiskeys with 5s.
We got 5. I think we have a 6.
Oh.
We have a 6?
We have a
Two
6.
two sixes.
2 6s.
Dos 6. Dos 6.
And you know what? Wait. What was that? Was it The Sopranos? I'm all 6s and 7s here. we got 2 60.7s.
Oh, that's beautiful.
6s and 7s. So it's good. So shall I read a little bit about it, and then we'll get into this, and then we can do our
Sure.
comments?
Read away.
All right. So again, it's 4 releases from Single Cask Nation. This is their 6th retail release. And let me see, where do we start here? We start with, okay, so we have an Aultmore 30-year-old first fill sherry butt. This cask bottling distilled in June 1989 spent 30 years maturing in a first fill Oloroso sherry butt. It was bottled at cask strength in November 2019 at 57.1% ABV. Cask number 2459. There are 465 bottles. Now I'm going to skip the tasting notes, but I will say the color, sanguine copper.
What?
Yeah,
Sure.
sanguine
Quick,
copper.
get the dictionary.
I think that's blood.
That's,
Sanguine is blood?
I think so.
that's an SAT question, right?
I think that's blood.
Sanguine.
Thank God they're getting rid of the SAT.
Hey, we got a viewer. What do you know?
Sucker. There's always a
ah.
sucker.
Nah, he's a good guy. He's our number 1 fan. Hello, Carino. All right, number 2. Number 2 is Aultmore 8-year-old first fill bourbon barrel. This cask bottling distilled in February 2011 spent 8 years maturing in a first fill bourbon barrel. It was bottled at cask strength in November 2019 at 60.78% ABV. Cask yield, cask number 800233 yielded 227 bottles. What else we got? We got this. How do you say it? Ruadh.
Ruadh.
Sure.
Ruadh. Okay. Ruadh 10-year-old second fill bourbon hogshead. This cask bottling from an undisclosed Highland distillery that sells its peated stock under the name Mhor, distilled in March 2019, spent 10 years maturing in a second fill bourbon hogshead. Bottled at cask strength in August 2019 at 60.7%. Cask number 57 yielded 238 bottles. And the last one is from the fine folks in Tel Aviv, Israel. Milk and Honey 2-year-old first fill bourbon barrel.
Shalom.
Good stuff. I like what they make so far. This cask bottling from Israel, distilled in 2017, spent 2 years maturing in a first fill bourbon barrel. It was bottled at cask strength in December 2019 at 59.85% ABV. Cask number 0118 yielded 256 bottles. The color is bright sunshine.
Oh,
Sunshine.
that's
There you
nice.
go. Hey, Zaro's here.
Sunshine on a cloudy day.
We got Lee and we got Carino. Let me say hello. And where should we start? Now you had
The
done
beginning.
always at the beginning. Is this like
Where do these stairs
Back to
go?
the beginning. Back to the beginning, Fassini.
okay, Inigo. Do it. All right, so we're doing the 31st. Is that what you said?
Sure.
Now you said you tried these already, right? You did a tasting with Joshua.
I did a tasting with Joshua and a bunch of folks last week, I believe, a week and a half ago. And with a couple other ones that aren't in this little packet here.
All right, here's the bottle. It is pretty damn dark. Pretty damn dark. And I'm going to use what glass should I use? Should I use a Cohom? I'll use a Port Escag. I'll use a lovely Port Escag glass, courtesy of our friends at Impex. We'll give it a pour.
Very nice.
It's a nice little glass.
I'm using a Jubilee glass. Remember Jubilee?
Oh, I remember Jubilee.
I too. Jubilee.
I too.
Back in the day, that's where we first met.
That's right. Long ago.
Was it 2014?
When we were young.
Well, we were never young.
No.
We were never young.
Never young.
That's for
We
God.
were never young. We were never pretty.
No.
But the whiskey.
Hey.
Hey.
That's
You were never young. You were always pretty.
good color.
That looks
Good
nice.
color.
I don't know about the blood thing, but it does have a coppery look to it.
It's not blood. It's Sanguine.
Oh, Sanguine. Sanguine.
Sanguine, Texas. One of my favorite places.
Now you said this was all 30 years in the sherry.
Yes,
Right?
that's what they're saying.
And it was a first fill for sherry.
Where is the Aultmore distillery? Do we know? Is that a Highland or
It's a Highland, I believe.
very fruity? Very fruity.
Sherry bomb. Cherry bomb.
57.1%.
Sherry bomb.
Sherry.
Oh, Michael Nolan's on. You got
Michael
on.
Nolan.
We got Carino. I believe he's in Tucson, Arizona.
Tucson.
Tucson, right?
Where my
Is that
son is.
Right. That's where. What's the distillery? Dobach.
Dubbuck. Yep. Hamilton. Dubbuck.
We got Lee, who's in. Is he in Palos Verdes right now?
I can't see him from here.
Okay.
I have to open
Well,
my window and yell.
we got Lee.
Hello, Lee.
And we got Michael Nolan in Chicago. Look at that.
Wow, look at that. We have a crowd of
Check it out.
3.
Check it out. All right. So we got. Let's go into this one. Smells good. Rich and fruity, like a sherry bomb.
It's a sherry bomber.
Daniel M. Oh, it says Speyside. So the Aultmore is a Speyside.
There you go.
Thank you, Daniel.
So I can't see the chat comments.
Oh, if you go into the YouTube page, you could probably see it.
Got it.
If you log in, you have to be logged in though. So you have to log in as Aaron.
Not fruit. Not of astringent. The
Pretty
57%
astringent.
comes through. Yeah.
No, I don't find it to be particularly vapory though, given how hot it is.
What was the ABV?
57.1.
Not vapory. Definitely astringent. This would kill most viruses.
What?
I'll wash
kill
my
most
hands with this later.
Will it kill the corona?
I don't know. I'll give it a try though. From the inside out.
That's the way to do it. From the CDC to you.
That's good.
So very, very fruity, very hot.
I was expecting more like dried fruits on the nose. I'm really not getting too much in the way of dried fruits.
Lee says sulfur.
Lee's right.
Is he? Oh.
Yeah. He's
Oh,
always
like-
right.
Is it like walking through Yellowstone? Is it like a geyser?
It is.
The geyser's gone off.
Yeah, but it doesn't smell like rotten eggs to me. It smells pretty damn good.
I think a buffalo just walked by.
Oh God,
We are in Yellowstone.
I've gotten close to Buffalo. There's a way to screen share. I can get my Yellowstone photos up, but I won't.
Oh, let's not do that.
Let's not do that. This is bad enough.
And now a bad slideshow.
Oh, please.
Lee,
35
That would be
millimeter.
tasty.
Lee just put a very, very angry face. 30 equals sulfur.
Are we all going in?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're past going in.
Oh, I don't know. I like that. I'm not getting the sulfur. Are you, Mike? Are you, Mike?
I was chewing. Sorry.
No, I'm not getting that at all.
A little bit of match head. Yeah, a little bit of sulfur.
You think? I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
But you know, it's like, remember, we were talking to I was talking to this one guy. Who's the cocktail guy?
Can you be more vague?
No, the one I
You know, the
interviewed.
guy with the drinks.
Jordan?
No. Oh, Dale DeGroff.
Oh, DeGraff.
Dale DeGroff.
The king of the cocktail.
And he was talking about this restaurant, and he was saying, that for some people, beets smell like dirt, but to other people, they don't feel that way. It's not offensive.
Right.
I wonder if it's the same thing with this. It's just a very personal thing.
I'm not getting that. It smells like match heads, sulfur,
No,
tobacco, a little
I think-
leather.
some people are really, really sensitive to the sulfur thing.
Oh, the Wookiee's on. He said to throw any leftovers over the fence. He's running low.
It's good. It really is good. I like sherry stuff though, so I might be partial.
That's so do I. Now you're not a sherry though person, right, Aaron?
No.
That's not
So
your thing.
it's I went through the sherry period. Lee and I went through the sherry period years ago.
I got a guest.
Hey, who's that? Is that Art Carney? Bob Hope? Well, I love the walk-ons.
Norton.
Norton.
No. Say hi. Give
Is
away.
he promoting something? They always
Yeah,
walk on to promote something.
Rotten bastard. Anyway.
But he's your rotten bastard.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you're married.
Is that a?
You might be rotten.
No, that's not like an insult.
I don't think it's
Fair
an
enough. Well,
Another
there's the other one.
Number 2.
They're on thing too. This,
You guys don't get the rotten egg kind of thing going on?
no, I don't. Not at all.
I get a little bit of sulfur, but I'm really not getting much of that.
No,
It's
I don't
nothing
think-
off-putting.
I think it's really nice. I mean, it's very rich. For 57.1, I don't find it to be particularly hot because I was ready to add water in the whole bit. I had my little dropper. I was all ready to add water, but I think this is fine just the way it is. How about you, Mike?
It's really dry in the finish. Up front's fine.
Short,
You don't
dry.
get like an anesthetized, but towards the back end, it's really drying.
No, I like this. This is very nice. This is very, very nice. But I mean, it's not your thing, though, right? I mean, you just don't like. You're just not a sherry person.
No,
like-
I mean, I think I'm not a big sherry bomb person.
I
So
I
I
don't
like
think-
a light amount of sherry. I think it's pretty sherry.
30
mean,
years. Yeah, 30.
30. Yeah,
Well,
I mean,
sherry.
it's pretty sherry. I mean,
It's not just sherry finish. It's sherry.
it's sherry.
What is going on in the background? What was that? Someone making a smoothie?
I think that's your house. You should turn around and look.
No, there's nothing in my house.
It's not my house.
I don't know. It could be my house.
It's probably your house.
Can't hear anything with these on.
That's
like-
good.
You're
That's a
wearing
good thing.
something? What? You're wearing something? What are you talking about?
My headphones.
Those are headphones?
Yeah,
They thought we
It's not
talked
just-
over your ears.
it's not
That was
just,
you.
not just my odd head.
Jeez.
There.
Who knew? I wonder why you couldn't wear hats.
Lee's not a fan. Lee's not a fan. No, I'm not saying I love this, but it is good. What do you think, Mike? You're a sherry guy.
I liked it. And for 30 years, I don't think it tastes like it was too sherry.
No. I mean, I've always found like the Abuna is always heavier, or a Glendronach,
Yeah.
or even what's the other one that does a lot of sherry? What are they called? I can't think of them now. Glenfarclas.
Well,
I mean,
Farkless
those
is
are a
pretty-
lot more heavily sherry.
They are. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But those can get
Glenfarclas. To me, they're almost candied sometimes.
they're very sweet.
It's too much.
Well, that's why I think this is a little bit more astringent, sulfury.
Yeah.
Not sweet
Yeah.
to me.
So you want to move on to the next one?
Let's move on.
I'm gonna save the ratings for after. Because then we got to kind of, it's like the Olympics. Don't they usually like you start low and then you build?
We're gonna have a medal stand at the end.
Yeah,
Yes.
and we'll just go that way. Now,
Can we do the Russian national anthem? Just
Sure.
because. But the Scottish
know it?
one, I don't.
I don't know.
used to.
I don't know any of that. All right, so we're doing the 8 now. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, let's do 8. Glass, whiskey, pour.
Okay, so wait, this is the 8-year-old Aultmore.
Correct.
Okay.
To
And I'm
compare
gonna
to
use
the 30-year-old
the-
sherry.
Wait, no, I can't use that glass yet. I have to use a.
Have to? You don't have to do
glass.
anything then.
Well, no, I have a milk and honey glass. I'll save it for the milk and honey.
Oh, look at you. Very, very brand on.
And we
Hey,
forgot
look.
to cheers the last time, guys.
Look, they were
Cheers.
nice. Oh, I'm sorry.
Cheers.
Clink.
Cheers, boys. And cheers to our audience. Who knew we had an audience?
Who knew?
Who knew? What do we got here? So, have any of you had the 23-year-old Klein Leash?
I have tasted it, yes.
And
I like the younger one instead. The younger. So that the 23 is another retail release. I think this is batch 6, you said? Batch
Yeah.
6 release. I think batch 5 had the Klein Leash 23 and a Klein Leash 9.
okay.
And I like the younger one better. But I love Klein Leash. So
Oh, this is a single cast nation release.
yes.
Zero Klein Leash? Okay, I haven't had it. so I have no
I
idea.
think it's 23.
All right, so this is very light in color. I guess that's the bourbon cask going on, right? As
And
opposed
young.
to sherry. It's only 8 years old.
Youngish.
Oh, that's very different. That is very, very different.
I like it. Me likey. Me likey, Mikey.
It smells a lot greenier than the other one.
Like this is like
More
lightly
oatmeal. Yeah. Cereally.
And maybe more like of the wood, maybe oakish, as opposed to
oakish.
sherry one.
Oakish.
It's more ish.
Is that like
though.
elvish?
It's like Elvish, but you can read it easy.
Hates you.
No, this is really light and fruity. This
More
is,
Hobbit jokes. More Hobbit jokes. They'll bring the crowd in.
I don't like Lord of the Rings. It's not my thing. Sorry.
Click. You hear that big noise? That's
What?
everyone turning their TV
There's
on.
the audience. Way to
Sorry.
go.
Come on.
Sorry, guys. Sorry. Not my thing.
It's not your bag, baby.
It's not my
That's your
bag, baby.
Bilbo Baggins,
Okay,
baby.
so Lee gives it a thumbs up. I'm assuming he's calling Mike and myself a cretin for liking the 30-year-old. But Lee has a strong opinion.
Wow.
He's worse than the Nielsen ratings.
I know he is tough. He's tough. He's
But
almost
he means
as bad
that
as,
like in a nice way. You're a cretin in a nice way.
who's the guy on Twitter? The bourbon guy, the bad bourbon guy who just likes to start trouble.
Howard, somebody. His real name is Howard, but
Yeah, but what's his
Bourbon Truth, Bourbon Art
Bourbon
Truth, Bourbon Truth.
Lee's getting all bourbon truth on us.
Ooh, that's harsh.
Ooh, those
That's
are fighting
harsh.
words. Them's fighting words. But this is light, really fruity, like
I like
apple, like a baked apple.
Oh, very
Yeah,
much
well,
on the apple.
Apples,
Yeah.
Baked apple, cinnamon. That smells really, really nice.
Clovish,
You know,
like Elvish.
Like that.
this is why we're going to score them later, because then we can rank them afterwards.
If
But
you're
this
scoring
one
at
on
home,
the nose-
hey now.
This one on the nose is much more inviting.
Yep.
So we're going in.
Yeah, it's going.
Sure, we're already wet.
Well, that's hot. That is hot. And that is all 6s and 7s on this one. Can you see that, folks? 60.7. 60.7.
That's a good number.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of smoke to it. A little smoke to it.
Yeah, I can see. Yeah, that's a little
Maybe
bit.
a little tobacco-y.
Yeah, tobacco, not peat, more like a
Not
fire.
Tobacco-y.
We got big smiles from Michael Nolan on the Aultmore 8. Big smiles.
It's a tasty one, I think.
It is really nice. This is really nice.
Yeah, and the two are night and day with the sherry versus
They are.
They're,
It's
wouldn't
amazing.
think they were the same distiller.
I'm not even exactly. I'm not even sure it's the same distillery. I know it is, but you wouldn't necessarily think that.
No, this is completely different.
And for all those people saying a 30-year-old is better than an 8-year-old,
This is an age thing, right? Yeah, totally.
I don't know.
Yeah. It's a little hard to compare though because you're talking two different kinds of
Yeah, the two
casks. It's apples and oranges and
Yeah.
sherry and bourbon cask.
Well, speaking of apples and oranges, there is definitely a lot of like baked apple on this.
Yeah.
Some cinnamon, vanilla.
Mm-hmm.
This is very, very nice.
This is a classically good bourbon cask.
And this
whiskey,
is
I
why
think.
I'm going to hold back on the scoring because this one is
That was
edging
nice.
out that one.
That's really nice.
Yeah, that is really good.
I like that one a lot. Did you hear that,
Tasty.
Lee? I liked it a lot, Lee. Am I no longer a cretin?
Did you get 2 thumbs up from Lee?
Wait, what's Lee got? Lee, it drinks lower for sure. I don't know what that means. But okay.
Lower than what?
I
There's
don't
nothing
know.
lower than us.
Is he saying that I drink lower? I don't understand.
We're pretty low. We're pretty low on the food chain here.
We're barely on the food chain. We're below things that single cell organisms and things that respond to light.
This one's really good. I think
That's really good. That's really
I'm
good.
gonna revisit that one. Should we move on to the third?
That's really good.
Are you double parked?
What's third?
We're gonna do this. What is it? Ruadh Mhor?
The Ruadh Mhor.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't know that it matters. We can do that's probably.
Pick one. It's up to you. West Coast.
Let's do milk and honey first.
Milk and honey. Okay.
Milk and honey.
Yeah,
Well,
there's some youth
that's
there.
Official
you-
milk and honey glass.
Look at that.
Yep, I got it right here. Look at that. Look at that.
Now,
Very nice. Very pretty.
Aaron was kind enough to send us 3 samples from milk and honey.
I know.
So I'm wondering if this will be
You guys just reviewed the
the new make.
The new make.
There's the pour.
It is very light. Ding.
All right, let's see what we got here. You know what I like, by the way? They didn't skimp on the pour. They went to the top. They filled this thing up to the threads.
Yeah.
Mr. Filmus likes you.
I don't know. I don't think anyone likes me. But hey, whatever. I'll take it. I'll tell you this much. We like Sam.
We like Sam.
He seems like a fine fella. Haven't met him yet. Hope to meet him one day.
We like the Impex JVS folks.
Yep.
And there's a fair amount of them out here now in LA.
Yeah. So this is very light in color. This is also bourbon cask.
No, it's ex-bourbon now, but they
Is this
the ones
the
that we had before.
Yeah, this is first fill bourbon barrel.
So this is different from what we had before. What we had before was
ST,
an ex-red wine.
Was it the STR cask?
And then we had one that was bourbon, ex-red wine, and ex-Isla. So this one's just bourbon.
Right. There's the one peated one and the non-peated one.
Right.
And then
From the Whiskey and Bloom. I think it's Whiskey and Bloom.
In Bloom. Right. I have a bottle of that somewhere. Is this 59.85 on your Richter scale?
Yeah, they couldn't go to 60. They're too precise.
Yeah. Cost too much money in taxes.
I'll call it 60.
Okay, so
rounding up.
Per our buddy Lee, it's Ruadh Mhor.
Well, we're not there yet, though.
Yeah.
He's reading ahead. Stop reading ahead.
Well, he knows. He knows what's going on. He knows the story. Oh, see, now that's completely different from the other one.
Yeah.
Weird. It's like they're different.
You think. Different countries, different distilleries, different
barrels, different age statements. It's crazy. A lot of butter on this.
Uh-huh.
Not like butterscotch, like actual butter.
Butter.
Buttery. No.
Butter.
Yeah, you say that. Now I'm getting like butter popcorn.
Definitely smells. This is a dumb word, but it smells rich.
Yeah, and it's only 2 years old. So
right, but
it's a lot going on there. But they age faster, right?
Right. So it's like all the Indian whiskeys, right? It aged faster because it's so hot there, the climate. So it's not really. It's 2, but it's
really 6 or 8 or whatever it is.
It's like your dog. When it's a puppy, it's like 7 or something.
So
what are you in whiskey years?
What am I in whiskey
dead.
years?
I'd be dead in whiskey years.
My liver's dead in whiskey years.
You know what he'd be in whiskey years? Sulfur.
Are we going in?
I think so. Yeah.
Are we going to Tel Aviv here?
Oh, that's very nice. Very nice.
Dry.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of it right up front, right at your teeth.
Yep.
A little more mid palate, but this has a pretty decent finish to it. It's nice. That's nice.
It does get hot. It is pretty much all up front.
Not so buttery on the.
No. It's got some heat to it,
and it's a little grainy or grassy. Yep. You getting a little of that?
Yes, definitely. Maybe. Yeah, I guess grassy. I was going to say
heathery,
like
something like that. Yeah. It's good.
Definitely a finish.
But again, totally different from the other two.
Yeah. Definitely a finish.
Right here. Right here.
Yep. The teeth are tingly.
Although maybe that means I need to go to a dentist. I'm really not sure.
Remember those? Remember dentists?
I do. I got a busted tooth that needs fixing.
Hopefully, you got to wait a long time, my friend.
I got a busted tooth. I got a tooth that got pulled. I need to replace. So,
That's one of my favorite country songs.
Which one? I got a busted tooth. I need to replace.
Johnny Cash sang that.
Is that like a broke down Bronco?
That's on Folsom Prison, isn't it?
It is.
Is that what it was?
It was one of the encores.
I thought he was
before the riot.
What about
before they said fire to the prison?
Prison guards came out. One guy got on banjo.
With apologies to Johnny Cash, the Folsom Prison, and the inmates there.
Well, let's go back to
apologizing to inmates.
They could get out.
They probably are because of the virus.
There you go. And now they know what we look like.
Really? Oh, jeez. Because they got high-speed internet at their.
Look, if they've been to a post office, they know what we look like. That's all I'm
True.
saying. That's all I'm
Fair
saying.
enough.
We're America's least wanted.
Least.
Least.
Unwanted.
Least
America's
zero.
unwanted.
So going back to this one, what's pretty I haven't added any water to any of these, and I
Nope.
think they're fine at where they are.
Oh yeah.
Which I don't know if that says something bad about us or just that these are pretty, not easy drinking, but I wouldn't be knocking them back.
I'm curious
I
about.
think you have a problem, but Aaron and I are fine.
I got lots of problems.
Correct. I am kind of curious about the 30-year-old Aultmore by adding water. I wonder how much that would change it. I wonder if it would take away the astringency a bit.
Maybe open up some of the flavors. Some of the
Yeah,
fruits,
I may go back to that one because I do
a little
have.
less sulfur.
Yeah, I'm gonna pour a little bit more of that and come back to it in a bit.
I think Lee's having too much fun, by the way. He's just harassing the hell out of us.
This is what happens
Then
when
I
you're
can't
stuck.
see the comments. I'm very
This is-
sensitive.
Yeah, this is what happens when you're stuck in your house.
That's true. A little cabin fever.
This is entertainment, which is scary.
So we've all hit rock bottom.
We have hit bottom. If this is entertaining, we are really.
If you want to know what rock bottom looks like, this is it.
No, this isn't rock bottom. This is when you hit rock bottom and then decide to dig.
We are below rock bottom,
Uh,
which is my first album.
so let me ask you one thing: when you hit rock bottom, do we bounce?
Oh, I think if you hit rock bottom, you hit China.
I don't bounce.
Uh-huh.
I'm not a bumble.
Yeah, this is good. I like it.
This is very nice. Very different from the Aultmore, which was also an ex-bourbon, also a single malt. So
I think Joshua was saying, I kind of remember. Someone said this at a tasting. Let's say it was Michael Nolan because Michael was there. This would actually be interesting in cocktails. This one.
which one? This one?
The milk and honey.
Sure, why not? Old-fashioned, highball,
Yeah. Definitely.
something simple or something a little more complex?
Something simple, I think.
Yeah.
But, you with some water and something else, some sweetness or something,
Mhm.
you could pick up your drink a little bit.
How about with a little bit of that falernum?
Falernum.
How about some
That
falernum?
falernum.
Falernum.
That falernum was really good.
That was good. That was really good.
When's that coming out? Soon.
I got to edit it yet.
That was a tasty falernum.
That was good. But anyway, back to the milk and honey. It's very nice. It's very light, fruity. A little hot in the beginning, but overall,
Yeah. It's actually going to get, and now that I've put away my little sample here,
Mhm.
I mean, put away, it's got a good lingering finish to it.
Right here. Right
Yeah.
here.
I like it.
Warming.
Warming.
should we move on to the next one?
Let's move on.
And we got nothing but time. I mean, everybody else may drop off, but
Sure.
we could hang out all night.
We got a whole pandemic for the time.
And
Good Lord.
let's see. Some folks have been hanging around for the last 20 something minutes.
Jeez. This is entertainment.
I know.
I'm hanging around. Oh, wait, I have to be here.
I got nothing better to do.
Once the whiskey's gone, I don't
Oh,
know.
so the last one is just like me, a Ruadh Mhor, 2009, 10 years old, 60.7. All 6s and 7s.
And again, filled right to the top.
Filled to the top. Well, I cheated a little bit because I didn't want to spill on camera, so I did try a little bit. And from what I remember, this one has maybe a little smoke to it. A little peat.
Yes.
It's a wee
This is
peat.
the undisclosed Highland Distillery, and this particular brand, they
So-
add a little bit of smoke to it.
So who's it going to be there, Aaron? Do we know?
I actually do know. Should I tell you guys?
Yes.
Are we allowed to know?
Yeah, we're allowed to know.
Will someone come to my house
You
in the
could be
middle of the night
wrong.
and say you weren't supposed to know that?
You may get a visitor in the middle of the night, but
Will I be rendition?
I should be so
for
lucky.
reason. So what do we got?
Wow.
Carino's still here. Thanks for staying.
Nice. It's a good color.
Ooh, there's a lot of smoke on this one.
A lot of smoke.
There's a lot of smoke. It's light. It's like a nice golden color. There's no amber on this one.
But it's more like a barbecue smoke
Hmm.
than it is peat.
You're
to
right.
me.
It does.
Right?
It's a little burnt. A little more
Yeah.
burnt.
So who's the distiller? Or you're going to tell us at the end? You're
Well, I
going
can
to
tell you, you won't. You may not know it. It's called Glen Turret.
I've heard the name, but I don't know if I've had any Glenturrets. Did we have a Blackadder? No, that wasn't. Was there a Blackadder one? No. What am I?
I don't think so.
I remember Glenturret.
You probably had a society one from Glenturret at some point.
I've had a Ruadh 4 society. We did one of the things in town.
Oh, okay.
They had this.
Okay. This smells nice.
1775.
What, the year when they
Yeah. They claim to be the oldest distillery in Scotland.
Don't they all claim to be the oldest
title
distillery?
contested by other establishments such as Little Mill, Strathisla, Bowmore, and Glengarry.
Mike claims to be the oldest guy in our development.
He's definitely the oldest of the three of us.
That's not true. I move like the oldest guy in the development.
If you call that moving.
I got you.
Hey.
It's called shuffling.
I expect that from Lee, but from you.
Lee's a cruel man. This is very lightly smoked. This is almost like...
I don't know. Is there much of a difference between like Isla peat and Highland peat? That's why the smoke difference is there?
Yeah.
It's all a question of the water and whatever grows at that area?
Whatever grows there, totally. So Highland peat is way different than Isla peat. You're in the middle of the country and you've got heather growing and whatever other plants that you're not going to find on the island's edge. So you don't got the salt air. You don't have
you don't have any of that brininess, right? The brine.
Right? So it's much mellower.
But it smells a lot like a barbecue to me.
Which is interesting because most Highland peats are not so heavily. They're not just. They're kind of mellow.
So meaty.
Yeah, they're not so meaty.
I'm getting poked here.
Hey.
Hey now, get away. Go away.
I like it. It's grown on me since the last time I tried it.
It's almost like a Lacheg, but not quite as smoky as a Lacheg. Like along those lines.
Interesting.
And what is this? 60.7?
This is also 6s and 7s.
And a 0.
Wow.
Do you see what's going on behind me?
No.
Get out.
No, we turned you off years ago.
That's all right.
We changed the channel on you.
Put down the knife.
I got a Penderyn class, by the way.
Nice.
I have my Jubilee.
Jubilee.
What is that Jubilee? What is this Jubilee thing?
I don't know.
It's
a rumor. It's a mythical. It's a mythical festival.
I miss those events.
Me too.
I miss them. This sucks. Because we were supposed to be what? Kiddish Fest in a couple weeks?
Kiddish Fest was coming up.
Which wonder how Harry's doing. Wonder how Harry White's doing.
He's still cooking.
He's still cooking? But
he's still cooking.
He's got to be bummed.
No, he's just rolling that truck around.
With a mask and gloves, making sure, social distance.
Safe. It's all about safety.
Well, the taste is really heavy, smoky. It's really smoky to me. That it's nice. It's pleasant, but it's really smoky.
But you get past it and you get that like fruit. You get some pear. You get a little bit of fruitiness to it. There might be a little bit of maybe cigar wrapper. What do we think?
I like it.
I like it more than I liked it the first time.
Yeah.
I hate you, but I like it.
Hey, that's okay. Everybody hates me, right?
You're dragging me into the peat wells. I'm a bog man.
We're gonna drag you kicking and streaming.
That's right.
Streaming.
It's not a horrible place to go.
Although we are streaming.
We're streaming.
We're streaming live. But he's streaming.
It's awfully good.
This is very nice.
I don't get the whole undisclosed business stuff. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Is it the same thing like with the Scotch Malt Whiskey Society where they're just not allowed to give the name?
I guess it must be a contractual thing. And the distillery doesn't want their name out on private bottlings, I guess.
And from what I read, it seems like this is Glenturret's other line.
Right.
So this is you don't need to know that it's Glenturret because we don't make Glenturret like this. This is for our Ruadh Mhor line.
Yeah, I think it's the peated line, right? So I think everything else is non-peated from that.
Do they have these distillery bottlings in the States? I don't think I've ever seen one.
I've never seen one.
I don't know.
But I think they do a 8 through a 8, 10, 12, 16, 20. Probably not available here too easily.
I've only seen it with the Society and now with the Single Cask Nation. So It's really nice. There's a lot
That
of
is-
flavor involved. It's appley with a little bit of meat. It's
Yeah.
like bacon wrapped apple. It's
There you go.
nice.
Applewood bacon. How about that?
Applewood bacon.
Applewood
A little
bacon.
applewood smoked bacon. How about
Although I would rather have an apple or bacon wrapped apple because I might eat fruit then.
Well,
You need
come on,
fruit.
You told me you guys are going through a whole lot of fruit because Benita won't allow,
No, I said they're going through a whole lot of fruit.
You're just shopping.
not you.
I'm going through a lot of beer and whiskey. I'm not going through a lot of fruit.
And
There's
cigars.
vegetables and fruit in there somewhere.
Don't forget the cigars.
No, I've been banned on the cigars.
Oh,
They
have you
banned
really?
you?
No.
They banned you?
No, Lee wouldn't be happy with that.
No, apparently I ruined their time outside now when they smoke a cigar. So
Hmm.
All right.
I have to wait till everyone's in bed.
Okay. So,
I'm dropping some water in that first one.
which
See
one?
what happens.
The
That
Aultmore?
30-year-old. Yeah, I'm gonna see what happens.
I do the same
All right.
thing.
You know what?
I'm
Maybe
curious.
I'll do the same. I'll go back. We'll do this again. I just want to see how long people can like actually last through this. I want to see people dropping off. Let's see what happens.
They might have fallen asleep. We really
They
wouldn't
might
know.
have. They might have. I think. Once a year thing. What's a
I
once a
think
year?
they may have. Could they change channels?
I don't know. Can they change channels? I don't know. They might be able to. All right, I'm going to try all these, a little bit more of each. So right now, before I do the water, if I had to rank them, I'd go with the 8-year Aultmore first, the Ruadh Mhor second, the Milk and Honey third, and the 30-year-old Aultmore fourth. If I had to rank them.
8-year-old Aultmore.
Yep.
I think now in retrospect, I think that the 30-year-old Aultmore last, and the other two are pretty even to me. I'm
Yeah.
not sure that I can pick one over the other.
I mean, I'm saying if I had to.
You don't
If I
have
had
to. This isn't Russia.
What?
This isn't Russia. You don't have to do anything.
It depends. Depends on who you talk to.
Wait, what's that knock at your door?
Just a helicopter, the black helicopters.
Who's
They
the-
knock
By the
frequently.
way, who's the guy that owns this company? This Google? What's his name? Is it Sergey Brin? Is that the guy? He's watching.
They can
He's
hear
hey
you.
now.
He's
Hey
listening.
now.
He's listening.
Someone's listening for him.
So I went back and added a couple drops of water to each. And you know what? The 30-year-old Aultmore opened up a little bit.
Yeah, I'm getting more like
A
the
lot
raisins.
sweeter.
in it.
Yeah.
Definitely more
Yeah.
florally.
Plums,
I think.
raisins.
It opened up a bit with just a little bit of water. That just kind of released a little bit more sugar. There's a little more sweetness on the nose.
A little bit like a Christmas cake.
Yeah.
A mince
Figgy.
pie.
Figgy pudding?
Figgy.
Fig. It's just fun to say. Oh, I got a
It's-
spot on Gilo. Wait, I
it's-
think I got nice words from Lee.
Spot on.
I got a spot on Gilo.
I think it's definitely sweeter
What, with the water?
with water. The 30-year-old.
Yeah, on the nose it opens up a lot.
Yeah, I think I like it better, but I still don't think it's better than any of the other ones we've had.
Yeah, I'm not
No,
fond of
it's
it.
not that it's bad. It's
No.
just someone has to finish
Better
it.
with water.
So, yeah.
What's the retail on the? Do you know that you have the retail numbers on it?
No,
Raisins?
I imagine it's not cheap. That's got to be over a couple $100, right?
$10 a year,
$10 a
I
year.
guess. Is that the rule?
It's a nice
Sort
rule
of.
of thumb.
sort of.
Is that your rule? That's your rule, Mike, right? $10 a year?
That's what I look for.
Yeah. So it opens up a little better. I like it a little better with the water
A little bit better.
drops. But so far, the other three I think I like better. Now this one really opened up a lot. The Aultmore.
Which is that the
the Aultmore.
8?
The 8, yeah. That got a lot, like just more fruity, but like different kind of fruit. Like again, that it like intensified the baked apple thing.
More baked apple? That's
Hey, that's fine. I'm good with that. It's American, right? It's like,
It's a pie.
yeah,
crazy.
It's like a French-
You're
a
right.
French
It
apple
is.
pie.
It is more appley.
Mm. That's really nice. That is
Yep.
very, very nice. I like that.
And this one was 58%.
What do you mean 58? No, the
60.7.
60.7. Yes.
So you bring it down a couple notches with a little bit of water. It's actually pretty interesting. A lot of candy, a lot of
Mm-hmm. That's nice.
taffy.
Taffy, like a
Oh.
saltwater taffy,
Yeah.
like a banana saltwater taffy. How about a Laffy taffy?
Oh, I like the Laffy Taffies.
How about a Laffy taffy? Do you have a favorite flavor?
Like the banana. Banana.
Everybody likes the banana, right? Banana's the
like
one.
banana.
I know. That's the favorite of the Rock, isn't it? Doesn't he like around Easter?
I couldn't keep him in the house if he was here.
Halloween, he takes all the Laffy Taffies. Here's, and it's like
So much
midnight.
so that the kids will say, "Was Mr. Ray here?" Because they're all gone.
They know. They know. The milk and honey's really nice.
I don't know that I like the Aultmore better with the water or not, but it's good with the water.
Mm-hmm.
I think I like better without the water. Again, it's not that it's bad. It just gets better without the water.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's definitely sweeter with water. All right, milk and honey time. Milk, honey, and water.
Whoa. So according to our friend in Chicago, the 30 is $365 at the whiskey shop.
How much?
$365.
Oh, $360. I think it's $660.
No, and the 8 is $100. So yeah, I'm going for the 8 because I'm a cheap bastard. No offense to everybody else, but
I could buy 3 bottles of 8 and still have money left over.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. So what was that thing you saw the other day, Mike? About the Isle of the Fagile, the Scotch Malt Whiskey Society Fagiles? Wasn't it like buy 6?
You could buy there's 6 bottles for about $1,000, but one bottle was $400.
Wow,
that's crazy. Hey, Aaron, you'll appreciate.
It was a 30-year-old something or other, and
You'll appreciate this. So Lee says, for the money, the 8 is totally worth it. Too bad Bino bought it all.
He didn't buy every bottle.
You bought which one's that?
That's
you bought the 8. Nice.
That's the 8.
Very nice. Bravo.
The milk and honey with water, it actually smells even more buttery. It's like a stack of pancakes.
Oh my gosh, it does. You're right.
Pancakes. Blueberry pancakes or just good old
plain old, good old
pancakes. Little butter.
Little biscuit.
Maybe an Eggo. Maybe a little bit
Are
like
you going to put your Lyle's golden syrup on it, or what's that called?
Well, if you're going to have it, you got to do it right. So
what the hell's that?
I don't know. Talk to our.
We have no knowledge of this here. What is Lyle's? Who's Lyle? Lyle Wagner?
My fine people.
Lyle Lovett.
We have no access to actual maple.
By the way,
so
speaking of Lyle,
you would go and take sugar cane and melt that down. So Lyle's golden syrup is like cane sugar pancake syrup, and it's used in cooking and pancakes and everything. It's awfully good. If there's an English Irish store anywhere near you, get it, try it. It's good.
Oh, yeah, the milk and honey is good with water too. It's a little more, I think, a tad bitter on the back end with the water.
Is it?
To me.
But it isn't so much up front anymore.
Right. It's more on the back.
A little more balanced. A little more balance.
Huh.
That's
interesting.
Nice.
It's weird how
when you add, I like this one. I think I like this better.
It's really weird how when you add another element, it changes things.
Yeah.
Wacky.
Funny how that goes.
Funny. Haha.
No, funny.
Or funny strange. I don't know.
I think more funny ironic. Look at it this way.
I left to ponder.
All right, I'm going back to the Ruadh Mhor.
The Ruadh Boar? Mike's right there. He can hear you.
I am a rude boar. Yes. I'm also just a bore, but that's beside the point.
That just hurts my feelings.
I want to know if the H is silent in Mhor.
I don't know.
Well, the one thing I read said an MH is a V sound.
What? What?
I don't know. These guys are hillbillies in Scotland. I don't know what they're saying.
Rude.
I would like to disavow that last comment. We apologize to the people of Scotland.
By the way, I can't.
We just lost 14 million people.
I cannot edit this out. Actually, no. You know what he's done? He's just cut off our whiskey supply indefinitely.
Oh, please. No, please.
Either that, or he's just, or basically our price has gone up.
Can we suck up to the Canadians or the Irish now?
Sure, let's do that.
Huh? Boy, that changes too.
I'm wearing a Shamrock shirt. Can I get something for the Irish?
You are. Sláinte.
From County Cavan? Is that from County Cavan?
County Cavan?
County Cavan.
Actually, this is from Busch Gardens, but what are you gonna do?
You know what? You know what we need? We need some Agrigento Sicily whiskey. Oh wait, they call that Averna.
Averna.
That's a bad.
Averna.
That's
That's
it.
not bad.
Digestif. That's not whiskey.
Digestif.
That's an after drink. That's an after whiskey drink.
So it's kind of mellower, which is not surprising, but it doesn't have the same amount of burntness.
It loses its kick.
It does lose
not
its
there.
kick a
The
lot.
flavor
I
just-
barely put any water in mine.
Yeah, a couple drops in it almost killed it.
That's pretty
You
nice.
put the you put the fire out.
Does it
Yeah.
almost get to be like a Talisker, which is kind of gently smoked?
I think it's even less than that. It loses a lot of the
Because Talisker
smoky barbecue kind of.
is more astringent, more
Hmm.
maritime-y.
Oh no, this is definitely no sea time notes on this one.
Yeah,
I don't get any sea spray or iodine or any of that. Like you said, it's more like a barbecue.
Well, it
More like
was
that.
originally less so of the water.
Yeah, with water, it kind of goes away. It's like you
All right.
poured water on the fire, you put it out.
So, shall we go back and rank these things if we had to?
I don't think I mind.
I know you're not a grader, Aaron.
I'm not a grader.
You're not a grader.
I'm grading, but not a grader.
No, that's grating.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
My teeth
All
are
right.
soft.
And that's why we hate him. We hate
Wait.
That's why we keep him on the West Coast. He's only allowed out
No,
once.
not
Far
Aaron.
away.
You. That's why we hate you.
Oh, well, everybody hates me. That's okay. That's fine.
We're here as guests, and you insult us.
Host, Mr. Host. Host.
Speaking
Yeah,
of hosts,
With the most.
speaking
Oh,
of hosts,
okay.
I can go with Hostess Twinkies. How about the Twinkies?
You already got-
Back to the selection process.
Yes.
I really like the Ruadh Mhor probably more than anybody else.
No, I
I'd
really.
probably say that was one to me, but
Okay.
I think that's 2 or 3 for you guys.
I'm surprised
Yes.
that you like that more.
Yeah,
I'm really shocked.
I thought that was had the most balanced, the best combination of flavors. I really enjoyed it.
I like Aultmore 8. That's my winner.
And
I,
again,
I like that one. That was
they're
weird.
they're really close. It's a horse race. I mean,
Yeah.
the Aultmore 8 and the Milk and Honey, I'd say they're all like 1 A, B, and C. You know,
I
Mhm.
think the 30-year-old Aultmore, it's just too, which is sometimes my problem with sherry casks.
Yeah.
It's just too much of a, it's too funky. It's too,
it's one-dimensional.
it's one-dimensional. It's all the sulfury. It's all those things that I'm not fond of at all
Yeah.
in a whiskey.
Mhm.
Now,
I-
if you took the Aultmore 8 and you put it in 3 months of sherry and finished it,
that might be
maybe
okay.
that would do some
Sure.
of the things that
Yeah.
you were looking for. But
30
years
of
of sherry is too many years.
Yeah, even and you know the cast probably is not very helpful by the last 5 years or something, but still, it's just too much.
Yeah.
It's overwhelming and not pleasant.
I
It's
like.
too funky.
If I had to rank them, I'd go with the Aultmore 8 first. I'd go with the Ruadh Mhor. Sorry, Lee. Ruadh Mhor would be second. The Milk and Honey third, and the Aultmore 30 is not a distant fourth, but I like the other 3 better.
The 3 are better. Yeah.
You know, and I mean even
Personal preference.
taking price out of the equation. I
Yeah.
mean 365 is way out of my price bracket.
It's
But-
hard to think of these without numbers associated to them, years. But I think I would think this even without that 30 number and the 2 on the Milk and Honey.
Mhm.
It just the number doesn't mean a thing to me.
No.
That flavor
You mean
profile.
the age?
Yeah, the age.
Yeah, I
The-
don't. Age
It
mean anything.
doesn't. Yeah, the 8 is the 8 for me. 8-year-old whiskeys at 8 to 10 year is like the sweet spot for me.
Yeah.
And-
Those are
and-
what I buy for the societies like that, 8 to 11. You're in
And,
there.
Yeah.
and I think the longer we've gone into this journey, I found that I like the younger whiskeys better because I think they have more character.
More
So would you
more
agree?
character, more punch.
Yeah.
I think some of those older well, I've seen this before with lots of whiskeys. The longer they're in a cask, they lose their punch. They're just not as exciting by year 20 something. Not that I haven't had great 20-year-old whiskeys,
Right.
but I don't know, past 25 or something. It's just I'm not sure what the point is anymore.
Gila, what was that one we had at Mark's house?
Which
Where it
one?
was a 30-year-old Isla, and it no longer tasted like an Isla.
Oh no, that
Yeah.
was not a Talisker.
Was that a Talisker? I
It
can't
was a
remember.
30-year-old Talisker,
But-
and it was
But
completely different from.
it didn't taste like a Talisker anymore. It's almost like you rounded out all the flavors.
Right.
It was a great whiskey. You would never have guessed it was Talisker.
Well, that one
wasn't Talisker anymore.
As soon as we added water to that, it just dropped off.
I can imagine.
It dropped off. It was fine on its own. It was great on its own.
Yeah.
But once you added the water, it just totally killed the taste. But now going back to age, though, we've had some older Bunnahabens that remember a couple of Maxes brought, and those are fantastic.
Yeah, I agree. And that's interesting, too. You do find, and it's not a blanket statement, but you do find some interesting old things that just knock your socks off.
Yeah, just
Lee, Mr. Zero, is he still on there with us?
I'm not sure, but I'll tell you this much: that was a 25-year-old Kalila.
It's either 25 or 28. That's just spectacular.
That was a spectacular whiskey.
No,
I gotta say.
And he and I have different attitudes about Kalila. I like young Kalila in this.
And we just said Kalila 20 to 30 is an exception to the rule.
I think he might be right.
Yeah,
it's no hard and fast rule with me. It's just you got to try them and see if you like them, and that's why this is a great way to go with the little samples, because I didn't buy a big bottle and wind up disappointed.
Yeah.
But I think it just seems so logical that at some point the barrel doesn't give you much anymore, right? It just kind of peters out, and so you're not getting much more out of it in terms of flavor, and whatever you had earlier on the graph goes away.
Yeah, it gets muted.
It gets totally muted with time. That's why I love those younger 8 to 12ish. Although we love Lagavulin 16, right?
Yes.
And I think that's in the Lafrogue 18. That's
the 18.
Whiskey. But again, the no age statement stuff that comes out, some whiskey snobs would say, "Oh, there's no age statement. I'm not going to drink that." And
sure.
Give it a try, because really, that particular barrel, the sweet spot for that barrel was right now.
Yeah.
I think the bigger complaint, though, is just the price. Like you're getting an age statement, a no age statement whiskey, and they're charging you an arm and a leg for it. Not arm and a leg, but I mean, it gets a little pricey, but you don't know what you're getting. It could be 5-year-old whiskey. It could be 20-year-old whiskey.
Yeah.
I think that's probably the bigger complaint, don't you think?
Right. Well, and the rule by law is that the number on the outside is the youngest whiskey in the barrel, but it could have something. Although we know that the Milk and Honey, it's 2 years old. They're only maybe there's a 3-year-old in there. They're only like a 3-year-old company, but unless they were sourcing any, which I don't think they're sourcing any.
Talking and not drinking is not as much fun as talking.
Heresy, blasphemy.
Yes.
I would agree. I'm going to go back to. I don't know. Where should I go back to? What should we try again? If you had to go back and have another one, what would you do?
8.
I would
go with the 8.
But I'm going to go back to this rude. Rude Gilo.
Yes, I am very rude.
Mhor.
Yeah, you know what's cool about this though? I got like this mission control thing. If I wanted to, I could mute the both of you and just talk endlessly.
Like normal?
And openly just mock us the whole time.
I could do that. I could do these things, but I'm not going to do that. I could change the view. We can go like this.
You're above that. You're better than that.
I'm not going to do that because I'm.
Is he really better than that?
No, not really.
He's not better than that.
You should know better. You should know better. Okay, gentlemen, I'm out of here. Great job. All right, ciao, Lee.
Tell the Wookiee there's no more of the Ruadh Mhor. Sorry.
Wookiee.
I could save him some. I'm going back to the Ruadh Mhor.
I really like it without any water in it.
So do I. They're all really nice the way they are.
I'm going to guess that the Glen Turret must be used in a blend of some sort because we don't see it. I just wonder what blend it is and how different their whiskey is from this.
I'm guessing that they probably sell it off to lots of different places for blends.
Yeah.
So I can find some information on that. Oh, right. I think it's used. Well, maybe not this one specifically. I think it's the prime. I think Joshua said this. It's one of the primary whiskeys in Famous Grouse.
Oh, there you go. It's the Grouse.
The Ruadh Mhor?
The single most popular whiskey in the world.
Yeah.
Never heard of it. My wife's sister married a guy from England. His stepfather's Scottish, and he had a cheese shop episode for Monty Python at a local liquor store here, where the guy literally Famous Grouse. Never heard of it.
Single most popular.
Wow.
It's the single most popular whiskey in the world. Sorry, sir, I've never heard of it.
That's funny. That's too funny. That's too funny. So I think we've got a verdict here on these. I think we've got our feelings out there. I don't know. Can you give them a score, Mike? You like a score?
I would probably say the Ruadh and the Aultmore 8 are A's.
Yeah, they are very good.
Probably in that 91, 92 range for me. I'd probably say the Milk and Honey was a little bit lower, maybe like a A minus, 89, 90. And I'd say that the 30-year Aultmore was a solid B plus. But to me, it wasn't all the things you'd want. It was just too much sherry. It had like too much time in the sherry. It had kind of muted some of the sherry flavors, and it just wasn't enough.
I would agree. I would go with maybe a 91, 92 on the Aultmore. Maybe just about the Ruadh would be maybe a 91. Let's say the Aultmore's a 92. The Ruadh is maybe a 91. The Milk and Honey would be 89, 90. And maybe 87, 86, 87 for the Aultmore 30.
Yeah, something like that.
It's tough though, because when you hear the price, I think that kind of hurts the score for me. I try to.
Wow, that's
because then I'm $365. Yeah, it's good, but it's not that good.
No.
And it's $365 for an 86. Maybe not.
Right.
Yep.
I could buy 3 bottles of a 92. I'll buy 3 bottles of a 92.
But I mean, price is relative for anybody. It's just a question of what you're willing to spend.
Yeah. What's it worth to you?
Right. So that's kind of how I feel about it. So how about you, Aaron?
Well, I don't use numbers to measure whiskeys.
You're not judgmental. You're not judgy.
No. Well,
except the ABV.
I don't measure by numbers. I use height.
Okay. All right.
This bottle's so big.
I'd say the Aultmore 8's an A, and the Glen or the I was going to say Glen Turret, the Glen Turret and the Milk and Honey are B's, solid B's, and for me that 30-year-old it's
not in the running.
C. It's a C. It's average to me.
Yeah.
I mean,
they don't use grades. Oh,
don't
you're
use
mean.
I am mean.
There's just letters home on your house. Parents angry.
If you use numbers like you guys use, it just raises the curve and forget it.
I don't disagree. I'm an ECA. I'm an EC grader.
I got you.
It's just not impressive to me. But that 8-year-old is really good.
It's almost like, remember the you remember what was our favorite really, really, really young whiskey, the Stosha 3.
So the Stauisha, right?
Yeah, the Samuel selection. I think K&L was selling that for $30 to $40 a bottle.
Yeah,
a couple years ago, and that stuff was just. I mean,
who says that? That's a Bunnahabhain?
I think it was a Bunnahabhain,
the Bunnahabhain, right, Mike?
Do you mean this bottle?
Yes.
Isn't it Bunnahabhain?
Yeah, I think it was a Bunnahabhain.
Yeah.
But they don't use that name for, I guess, these single cast releases.
It was good.
Yeah. But that was
I had it at your house, and it was delicious.
That was the bargain of the century.
Yeah.
And it's 3 years old.
And I got 2.
Right. So, shall we wrap it up, gentlemen?
Or chat away.
Well,
we could always get different whiskey.
We could. We can keep going with this. What do you think?
There's no rule.
There are no rules.
I got time.
You got nothing.
Time's all I got.
All right.
We're under lockdown here, buddy.
Yeah, it's true.
I can't go anywhere.
No, this is very true. Very true.
We could take turns and everyone go get another bottle of something.
Okay, but before we do that, thank you to
the
fine folks at Impact.
Certainly.
Thank you to all of them. Thank you for the glassware. Delicious stuff. Thank you to Joshua and Jason for picking out some very interesting whiskeys from all over Scotland and the rest of the world.
2 thumbs.
Thanks.
It's kind of hard to do.
Michael Nolan's out. Is he out, or is he just saying goodnight? So what are you getting? What are you going to go grab?
I don't know.
All right,
you
can head out. I'll talk to Mike.
I'll go first. I'll be back.
Okay. Let's see who hangs out a little while. So what do you getting?
An hour? Are we an hour?
We are in an hour.
Wow.
That's pretty good. That's not bad.
Not at all.
Or we could always continue this chat offline.
That was good. I like that. It was a good mix, a nice blend of flavors. It was good.
Let me say goodbye to somebody here. Adios to Michael. Very nice fella from Chicago, Chi-Town, Windy City.
Now, this was one of the other bottles we got.
Yeah, we'll do that separate. We'll do
Well,
that.
it's a rum. It's totally different. But next week, this maybe.
Yeah, we can do that. We can do that next week. This is all good fun. What are you going for, by the way? I wonder what Aaron's going to come back with. Now, should we follow his lead?
Well, we'll see what he has. If he's got something crazy, then no, I'm not doing that. He's got 2 bottles in his hand, so no, I'm not doing that.
What do you got there, Aaron? What do you got?
I have my shameless self-promotion. There's our whiskey cast.
I think he muted himself too.
In case he'd like to bring us on board.
What's he got? There you go.
I brought 2 since we're on the Single Cask Nation thing. So I brought an old school 11-year-old Glenmurray.
Nice.
Which the boys, when we were on our trip, we picked out this cask when our names were on the back.
Is that with Faye and what was his name?
Graham and Michael Nolan and Benno and Lee Zaro and who else? Ben Weldy and Graham Usher.
Uh-huh.
And
and I get nothing.
You get to look at the bottle. And I also brought, because we talked about it earlier, the Kleinleach 9 from the last, I think it's the last set of releases.
The 5 from their batch 5? Is that what you're saying?
I think it's batch 5.
Batch 5?
So this is 58.1 bourbon barrel. And the Glenmurray was a bourbon barrel, and it's 61.2 for those scoring at home.
Very nice.
That's the only grade you give them, right?
Well, you don't have to go far, Mike. Why don't you grab a bottle? Reach back to the archive.
I just reached behind.
What'd you get?
This getting old thing. It's not good.
Not good.
Look at that.
Not good
Reading
at all.
glasses, the whole bit.
I gotta get it all.
All right, I'm going to go grab something. I'll be right back.
I gotta get the reading glasses. My decoder ring.
What number did you get there, Mikey?
I grabbed, it's 9611. It's a Glendronach, and it's frisky fun.
So that got to be sherry cask, right?
And they're aromas of sucky sweets and to taste cooling iced peppermint tea. A drop of water released white chocolate cheesecake and salted caramel sauce.
Wow.
I really like this bottle.
It's a sherry cask, I assume?
We had it at one of the events. And
Hello?
Hello.
And, it's just a really good bottle.
All right, I'm going to go old school.
And again, when you look at it, it's not really so sherried that it's a sherry bomb. So this is probably something that they just go and dip it into sherry at the end. If it's sherry at all. It says it's a refill barrel Ex-Bourbon. So now that it doesn't say there's any sherry in it.
You can't go wrong with an Ardbeg, can you?
You cannot.
Especially the Ardbeg.
Do you have your lemon cookies?
I wish I did. That would be good.
I almost bought the new Ardbeg from K&L, except their freaking shipping is insane. It was the Wee Beastie just came out.
Oh,
how is it?
I don't know. I didn't get it because it's only $45. But
really?
But it's $25 to ship it from K&L.
Oh, wow.
I might as well go pick it up.
That's true. Can you though? Do they do curbside pickup?
They do.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I might do that
Angela,
tomorrow.
I got a Glendronach. I got the Frisky Fun from the Society.
Oh, that's you. Frisky and fun. Wendy told me that this afternoon.
Wow.
Liar.
I don't know about the fun part, but
Cheers, boys.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Glenmurray here.
So while we're live here, and people are dropping off like flies. What do we got down to? One person watching. I'm not sure who stayed on to this.
He fell asleep.
Oh, that's no. You know what? I think that's me. I think it's
You're the only one watching.
I'm the only one watching. I'm watching.
Don't care.
No, not really.
He'll probably click off too.
Yeah, in a few.
Which would be weird, wouldn't it?
Actually, you know what we can do?
I got time.
We could end the broadcast and just take this chat offline.
Why?
Huh?
What's the point?
Just keep going. All right,
Why
Chad, let's
not?
keep going. Why not? Why the hell not? World's longest whiskey chat ever.
Let's,
Although-
So this
Hey,
is
Aaron,
a
what was
10-year
that one we were on? What did
and
you go?
57.6.
That one,
57.6.
57.6.
Love it. What'd you say?
that chat we were on with the malt muser. What was he on? Like 3 hours one night?
5.
Was it 5?
I think it was 4 or 5.
Wow. You know
Was
what it
he
was like?
drinking the whole
It was-
time?
It was like a. It was.
I
Like
was only on for like. I was only there for like an hour and a half. How
I
long
was
were-
on for a good 2.5 hours. Because I got
Hey.
on like 9:30 and I was on till like 1 o'clock in the morning.
Have you talked to that guy again?
I haven't. I've seen a couple of his videos, but I haven't been in touch with him. So, but it was like a Springsteen concert.
Without any 40 encores, it was just like one long.
It was just one long encore.
One long song.
It was called the Encore Tour.
Yeah, it was one song.
It was one
was
long song. It was
American Pie.
Inagata to be there
American Pie.
for 6 hours.
It's the Encore Tour.
Angela, would you grab?
I got the Ardbeg 10.
Everything.
Ardbeg 10 because you can't go wrong. And also, it was the first bottle in the cabinet, so I figured, all right, I'll just grab
Small
that.
whiskey.
Are you guys going to watch any of the Fashila
When's it start?
Facebook? It starts tomorrow. I think.
Oh, does it?
Kilhoman's tomorrow? No, I think they have their own. Everyone has their own day.
Okay.
Ardbeg's last. Brooklady is like Tuesday, I think. Some of it's on Facebook, some of it's on YouTube. I think depends on the distillery.
Okay.
I think the society did their event last night.
Oh yeah,
Run through their bottles because
yeah,
they changed the bottle
right.
from this.
Yep.
And then they have a Fajil wrap to it and all the other stuff. And you're like,
Oh wow.
okay, we got all these bottles. What are we supposed to do with it?
I like the. Well, I'm old school. I like the old wrap, the old labels
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
Well, I'm the same way.
The new ones are okay.
I'm the same way with
All right.
Single Cask Nation. I like this label
I do
Yeah.
too.
better than this retail. Well, the retail one.
Mhm.
Wherever I can't do this very well.
Is that the current club member? The club releases are in that label?
The club release is a third label or a different one. It looks like actually I think it's really classy looking. It's looks sort of like a barrel, and not like this barrel.
Okay.
It's different.
Okay.
I'll get a bottle in a minute. Yeah, I'm not fond of the current retail labels, but I like the old ones. They look like more straightforward, classier. I think.
Yeah. Simple.
Simple. Yeah,
That's all you need.
Just like me. Simple.
and plain.
Simple
simple time.
tin. Simple tin. That's all. As Lee said, a cretin.
Cretin.
Quite
Wait a minute. He called me a cretin too. Hold on here.
Wow, that's only because you are.
When I was in high school and I played basketball, our coach told us there's only two kinds of people that miss layups: losers and cretins.
There you go.
Take that as you will.
Okay.
Was there a Greek guy on the team and he was singling them out? Is that what it was?
He was. That's so funny. He was Greek. That's so funny. He said that.
He was shaming him.
Coach
You,
Stratus.
sir, you are a
Coach
Greek.
Stratus.
That's funny.
Cretins and losers. Miss layups.
Losers, that's all of you over there. And one guy who's Greek. Cretin.
So what's going on? What's going on at the household?
Nada. The missus is watching TV. The
Uh-huh.
daughters are in their rooms. The dog is passed out. I'm here. I'm with you guys.
The Krausehold, that should be like a blog post. Krausehold.
It should be a blog post.
Wait, most important, where's Daisy?
I can't. She's over there.
Okay.
Here, I'll take a picture of her and you can see her.
Is she lean and mean now?
Oh my God. Lean and mean. Hold on one second. Wait for it.
Uh-huh. I'm waiting. Daisy's the dog, by the way, in case you didn't know.
I'm hoping it's a dog and not one of his daughters, because if his daughters are lean and mean, it has
Well,
a
they are
lockdown.
too, but can't
Here,
say
I'll text it to you. Wait,
Okay.
I can't share the screen. How
I
that
think
would
you
that
can,
work?
can you? Can you
That's
share
not
the
on my
screen?
computer. Wait a
No.
minute. We're gonna work on this. This is good to do.
Lee Zara, you rule.
What does that mean? What does
I
that
don't
mean?
know. I don't know. But you know what? I don't know how that happened.
I don't know.
How'd that happen?
Not sure.
Oh, look at that. Oh, I didn't know I could do this. Look at this. Check it out. Ready?
Oh, you've
Oh.
added everything.
I didn't know I could do that. That's pretty cool. See, I'm learning as we go here. See, this is the ready. Here you go.
It's all a process.
Fascinating.
Trust the process.
Ah, there
No,
you
don't trust the process.
Uh-huh.
How do I share my screen? Share my screen.
Process has failed us miserably.
I'm just sharing the comments. That's pretty cool. So for anyone that tunes into this after we're done, I apologize for not sharing the comments earlier. I just didn't know how to do it.
Can you see my dog?
No.
Not yet.
I'm sharing my screen, bastard.
Are you?
Share.
Does Angelo have
Nothing?
to allow you to share the screen or something?
You can't see her?
Let me see. Can I do that?
I don't know.
I can kick you from the studio. I could ban you from the
Share
studio.
application window.
This is awesome.
here we go.
I am like,
Share.
You are an omnipotent
She there?
deity.
there she goes.
There you go. We're shared.
Look at
Look at
that.
that. It's my
What kind of
dog.
dog is that?
That
Well, she was before
You-
yesterday.
and you
she was,
changed
she was
breeds
a Great
midstream?
Pyrenees. Yeah, before yesterday she was a Great Pyrenees. After the haircut, we're not really sure what she is.
So she was a sofa.
She was like 10 pounds of hair, and now she's like 80 pounds of dog.
Wow.
That's funny.
That is a big dog, too.
That is a very big
When their
dog.
hair's
But
in.
not
That's a big
big.
dog.
Not big when there's no hair.
No, but with the hair, that's a big dog.
Yeah, she's a big dog. She's a big dog. So I did that. The share screen is cool. That worked nice.
That is pretty neat.
Once I figured it out, because there's actually a couple options when you share the screen. You can share an application. You can share a couple different ways.
We're learning as we go.
We are.
Aaron, if you had anything new that was really just blew you away or delved deep into your collection since we're on lockdown, and found something you went back to that you were really good.
So it's funny. I had you said it earlier, the Lafroig 18.
Yeah.
I opened that up a couple nights ago, and I had it with a Twinkie.
Okay.
It was really memorable. I forgot. I had it for a long time.
It's really good.
It's really good. And I remember a friend of mine out here said he was never really impressed by it. He was more. Now it's not my favorite Lafroig. I like the 10 and the cast strength 10, and some most of the car chases.
Chases, yeah.
Yeah, but the 18 was good. It was really good. I forgot how good it was.
To go back to, revisit it, try it again.
Yeah. I've been trying to weed through, trying not to buy whiskey and trying to get through some bottles, and I've killed a few.
You feel okay?
I feel great.
You feeling
We're
okay?
on lockdown. He doesn't want to go out.
Yeah, I don't want to go out.
I gotcha.
I'm space limited, so
Governor
Drake.
Newsom said no.
I've been trying to use up stuff.
Uh-huh. So, we've been doing this for about 10 years now.
Yeah, 10 years.
That's kind of crazy.
It's crazy.
That's 2 5s. You should like that.
So what do we think? Well, I guess we have to see what happens with this live thing. It's kind
I think it's a good option. It's kind of fun.
It is kind of fun.
Well, it amazes me how the technology changed.
Yeah.
Oh my
It
god!
was like a word processing app to start, and now we're doing this.
Well, speaking of that, it's funny. My wife had she had what's that movie? War Games on earlier, and
play a game.
And then but you're there, and we basically probably have as much computing power as they had at the NSA in our little iPhone
or more.
In our phone. It's just insane. It's absolutely insane, the tech. I like this StreamYard thing though. This is pretty cool.
What was that computer called?
Which one?
In the War Games, it was like an anagram, or not an anagram. It was an acronym for like, what the hell was it?
How? Oh no,
it was like that.
That's Space Odyssey. What's that?
Space Odyssey.
Yeah.
Space Odyssey.
Was Space Odyssey? No, what was it called? What was that movie?
2001 Space Odyssey.
Oh, it's 2001 Space Odyssey. Okay. I've never made it through that one. And I consider myself a bit of a cinephile back in the day. And I could never make it through 2001. That movie just puts me to sleep.
Is that CIN or SIN? What are you saying about yourself?
Cinephile? A little bit of both.
I heard something about sin
50,
and a funnel. I'm not sure what that was.
I love Sin.
Whopper.
I love Sin City. You like Sin City. You're a big fan of Sin City? Not you,
I'm not
Aaron.
going to play
Mike.
Sin City.
Mike is a
No.
fan of Sin City. I'm
No,
talking about Vegas,
City.
baby. Sin City.
Vegas. I thought you meant the
Vegas,
movie.
baby,
Sin.
Vegas.
No, Sin.
Oh, Vegas. Oh, let it ride.
You love Vegas. You love Vegas. Gambling, whiskey, cigars.
Gamble a lobster for $3. What could go wrong?
Well, for $3, a lot can go wrong.
So would you go to Vegas now?
I wouldn't go anywhere now.
No.
I'm not going anywhere
And
now.
again, you can play all the games online. Get the same
That's
fun out of
true.
it that you had
Yeah.
before.
It's not
So-
as much fun, though.
So you wouldn't go to a buffet now, you're saying, huh?
I don't think so. I don't know. I mean, I'm not particularly. What's this? Is this?
I think
I'm
the
not
buffet business is over.
Yeah, I think a lot of things are. Well, at least for a while.
There was a pretty good chain out here. I think they were nationwide, but they're mostly in California called Soup Plantation.
Never heard of it.
You know, a buffet kind of restaurant.
Yeah.
And shut down completely. They're dead. They find that they tried to wait it out, and the owners came out with a letter 2 weeks ago and said, you know, we could take the money from the government,
Yeah.
but that's just going to delay the inevitable. And this business model is not going to work in this new reality.
I think the hardest thing, though.
We can circle more, but we might as well just let.
And he said basically we'd be taking money from the government that could be used for somebody else.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the hardest thing, though, was just losing the events this year. At least for me, because that's something to look forward to.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, it would have been nice to maybe come out for
and,
Pete Meeting again.
And for us, we have something in April, something in May, something in June. And you're like, okay, I have nothing now. We had actually 3 events.
Yeah. Well, Joshua and Jason kind of hinted at a 10-year anniversary jubilee next year.
Uh-huh.
And next year is their 10th anniversary of the company. And you wonder if that kind of thing is going to happen. How far is this going to go into 21?
Yeah.
It's going to be hard to travel. It's going to be hard to, you know, figure out this whole social distancing for larger events. It's going to be a while, I think.
And what's the impact for even shipping stuff from other countries into the U.S.?
Yeah, you're right.
So all the brand ambassadors are like, well, I can't get anything. I'm not going to go to the event.
Right. Well, speaking of that, I went to go buy a bicycle for my son last weekend, and I went to a bike shop, and he's like, "We can't get anything. Shipments are not leaving China.
Right.
You know, 95% of the bikes are probably made in Taiwan or China, and they're just not coming to the States.
Well,
they're like, we have no inventory. What?
Where did you go?
Wheelies out on 70 out in Medford. So it's just tough to get anything.
Well, out here we have 2 of the major ports, right? Port of Long Beach, Port of Los Angeles, 20 minutes from my house, and the freighters are just stuck in the water out there. Yeah. They're just sitting out there. There's nothing coming in, or not very much, and it's a slow go. So because they have either not enough employees at the dock to work, or there's not enough people on the boats to work on the ships. You wonder, because we're beginning of June here, where you know it, they got to start shipping stuff for Christmas.
Right.
All that crap. It's all going to get delayed.
And every big store, Walmart, Target, Home Depot, Lowe's, none of that stuff's made in the U.S.
No.
You know, so it's all, when you get shortages at all those places,
whether it's electronics or whatever, home goods, whatever, it's all going to get delayed because there's so much sitting, not getting through the ports at the moment, and there's going to be all kinds of new protocols to, so they're not passing the virus on through the.
Well, and you had the tariff issue,
which is still it's ongoing. Ongoing
coronavirus that hit it again. Yeah. Like, well, what's going to happen?
Right. Yeah, the tariff thing has affected my business, and it's not going away, as far as we know. Well, and and there's tariffs now on single malt Scotch, right?
Right.
Because that moron doesn't drink, so he doesn't care.
And the American whiskey going the other direction, going to Europe, is getting hammered.
Hey, by the way, let's not forget we're still live, boys.
Oh, yeah.
I'm allowed to refer to someone as a moron.
That's true.
Free speech.
Only me. I'm the moron.
Yeah, the glug glug. Where's the glug glug?
It's coming. I just want to pop one. There's another one.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Don't break the cork.
Hey, I'm gonna end
There
the
we go.
broadcast. We could still chat, but I'm gonna end the broadcast. We're not gonna be live anymore.
Okay.
So let me
Okay.
just cut this short. So for all you folks that tuned in, we're sorry, and thank you for tuning in.
Angela, sorry, this is as good as it gets for me.
But
Just the cheap
again,
folks.
just one
Say
more
goodnight,
time,
Dick.
if
Good night.
the Impex folks and the Single Cast Nation folks tune in, again, thank you for the whiskey. It was delightful.
Cheers,
And,
boys.
cheers,
Cheers,
folks.
our friends.
And we'll
Cheers.
we'll let you know when we're going to do the Black Tot, hopefully in the next week or so. Cheers.
Cheers.
Maybe later tonight.
Are we off?